Hi, welcome back to My Life with Plants. If you don't know me, my name's Newman, and today we're going to have a look at a couple of mammillarias that are flowering for December. So stay tuned. Here we go. One here, a Mammillaria albilinata. It's hard to see, but it's got a lot of buds in there. 2 flowers have opened. On this other shot here, you can see a Mammillaria what's its name again? I'll put the name on the screen. This one's got a lot of buds on it. It likes to multiply itself dichotomously by splitting at the growing head, at the growing tip, and producing offsets. So that one's doing really well. I'm pretty sure there's other buds around. Anyway, getting back to what we're looking at, you can see here this is a Notocactus, one of my favorites with the golden yellow spines. This one's a Morii. Over here we have a Notocactus that flowered a couple of times for me this year. One of my elongatas there, Texensis Homalocephala. Mammillaria gigantea, or it could be something else, I don't know. It's hard to identify them. Anyway, I gotta have some water because looking up at the sky there, that sunlight is pretty hot and pretty intense in the winter in Japan. It's like 100% sun exposure. This net is not to shade them. It's actually to stop the frost from settling on them. That's all. But they're still going to experience super cold, which will be coming up in a month or two. Notocactus in my region still need water in the winter because you don't want them to dry that much that they'll actually die. They'll become that flaccid and suck out all the water from their tissue. They'll die. And this one is a Mammillaria Notocactus magnifica. It's got a lot of offsets. This is Laninghalsii. Comes from subtropical southern Brazil. Likes to grow up on mountain cliffs. Notocactus what else? Yeah. Just gonna get a little bit of water. Gymnocalycium again. That one didn't need so much water during the winter, even if it loses all its roots. Doesn't matter, it'll regrow more. This one's still trying to grow. This monstrose here. I've had that for years. It's actually grown an offset, which is right there. That one's coming along slowly. Here's some Mammillaria prolifera. Libivia, Arachnacantha, another Libivia there. Yeah, they're doing well. These ones just got a shot of water. I try not to give this Gymnocalycium too much. Doesn't like a lot of water during the winter, just a little. These ones are still trying to flower. And it's December. Okay, a little bit of water for them. It's going to be a spritz. We still need some. Today's maximum temperature is 18 degrees. 18 is close to a nice summer day in Britain. Confusing, isn't it? And then during the night it'll plunge right down to 5 degrees or lower. I can't see what I'm doing. Ooh, no, can't see. Try again. I can't see, I'm gonna break something. Yep, max of 18. And then we go right down to 4 or 5 degrees. We're expecting some overcast days coming up. Overcast and cold with a max of 14 degrees and a low of 0. So those will be our cold days. We're going to get a couple of those, but mainly sunny. It's like two days out of a few weeks. Now, what are they going to do with this water? They are going to use it to keep their huh? It's not coming out properly. What's going on? I know you're probably thinking, am I doing the right thing? I am in this climate. This is how we grow them. You do not want to have them go bone dry. They will suck up what they need to keep their body just hydrated enough. The rest will evaporate. Very quickly evaporate. So what is the evaporation rate? It's probably 99%. So they got a spritz. Yeah. And they will just absorb a little into their tissue. They actually like this. They love the little spritz of water. I remember not doing it. I lost a few cacti, especially the Echinopsis. They shriveled so much they almost turned themselves inside out. They were that shriveled, and they didn't bounce back. They started to produce offsets, and the main plant did not hydrate 100%. And once it did, it was already too late. The whole growing season had finished. Those are your Brazilian ones, okay? But if you're looking at Gymnocalycium, you are able to let those dry out quite a lot. In fact, when it gets really cold, if you don't see Mr. Sunshine out there, then don't water them at all. Just let them go bone dry. Echinopsis still need water no matter what. Gymnos can just, they actually hold water in their cells a lot better. They don't show any desiccation, shriveling or anything. This Texan native here doesn't need a lot of water at all. Mammillarias like some. They're trying to push flowers out. So these Notocactus will be happy now that they got some water. This one shriveled so much it's looks like a steroid now. Gosh, it shriveled a lot. So the water is going to do it some good. Yeah, this one's got a little bit of white on the side here. That's sunburn. Sunburn in winter. That one's got a little bit of sunburn too. These Notocactus actually take a whole lot more cold than you think. Last year, this one, it stayed out. The Leninghalsii stayed out, and that one stayed out. And this one. All of them stayed out. And that one, all winter, went down to -8. That's 17 Fahrenheit. Didn't bother them one bit. So they are hardy down to those temperatures. I don't think that they would be hardy down to those temperatures in a region that has a wet winter. You might want to rescue them and bring them inside. I think that they would prefer to be drier in the winter and bring them in. If you experience something like root loss because you can't water them during the winter because you don't want to rot them, then it's always a good idea in the very early spring or late winter to unpot them, like slide them out of their pot, have a look at the roots. If the roots look like that they're still good and ready to go for the next season, just slip it back in. If all the root system is died, you should clean all the root system off, repot it into a dry mix, and then as the beginning of spring starts, reintroduce it outside. You don't want to leave all the dead roots in there. If you're going to have them inside, no, that wouldn't be a good idea. Clean them all off. It'll be a better thing to do for the plant and for your peace of mind. What else can I show you? Beautiful Mammillaria parabella. My Rebutia there. Epiphlantha micromeris that's been pushing out fruits non-stop. This one has survived really well. Surprise, surprise. Sclerocactus unicactus. Surprised me. I love tephros. Yep. This one is a Puna boniae, grafted on an Echinopsis. And at the back here, there's one that's not grafted. It's on its own roots. Another Mammillaria albulinata, Ferrocactus latispinus. This one will shrivel a heck of a lot when it starts to get into the freezes, but it'll pull through and it'll be fine. This Mammillaria mystax and parabella, when you get past -8, sometimes you can ooze sap out of it. Don't think it's rotting, it's just its self-defense against the cold. It's actually that ooze that's coming out of it, that sticky ooze coming out of the epidermis, is the cactus trying to push out more fluid to protect its inner core from freezing. Yep. At that time, wouldn't get any water. Keep it dry. Anyway, all done. Oh, what a nice pair. A nice mammillaria right there. Right. Trying to read the label. Trichocereus. Trichocereus. I'm just reading the Japanese label, so translate that for me, please. It's a nice one, right? Yeah. Emorii, Cactus Emorii is so cold. My phone got cut off. It overheated. I don't know if you can believe me or not, but it got that hot that my phone overheated. Oh, okay. Before we go, let's have a look at this one. Mammillaria comptotricha. It's got a nice flower open there. It's going to spend its winter up here on this wall. Bird's nest, Mammillaria. There's some more prolifera. This is a lithops that flowered. Some seedlings of Notocactus, Mammillaria here. Yep, a few other things down here. Scripsiana, another elongata. This one's going to overwinter as is, and another Echinopsis that has big white flowers. Another Notocactus landing house here. Anyway, that's it for this little update in winter. The next update on my cacti will be mid-January. So we'll see how that cold's going and how the cacti look, so you can have a good look and learn something. Alright, don't forget that those cacti are just covered by a nylon netting that doesn't allow the frost to get in, but they still experience 100% cold. Anyway, until next time. And don't forget that looking after your plants is not a chore. It's part of your self-care. There's some more Notocactus there. It grew from seed. Alright, until next time. Bye.